Inside Out is presented by HTC. This is life. Connect with it. And Magnolia's at 26th for good old-fashioned Southern comfort food where Mama eats. Along with the McGuire Law Firm. Be kind today and tomorrow.
When it's this hot outside, you know it's August, and we've got a hot Inside Out for you as well this month, friends. And you will notice that I wasn't wearing a mask during these interviews, but we social distanced with everyone because, trust me, I want to stay safe. This month, we're going to be visiting with the Loris Historical Society. Entertainer Will Ness will be joining us, Grand Strand Water and Sewer Authority. Also, we're going to meet up with a winning female basketball team. And Tidal Creek Brewhouse, something new from Market Common. But if you're as hungry as I am, and I'm always hungry, we're headed right now to the Ailsa Pub and Restaurant. So here's my story. Chef Tom Mullally calls me one night, and he and his fiancée are coming out to dinner at the Ailsa Pub. And I was like, what? And where? I've been here 36 years and had never heard of it. But I thought if Chef Tom Mullally recommended it, we were going. And I am telling y'all, it is fabulous. Under this man's auspices. This is the executive chef. And Charif, tell me a little bit about yourself. I found out that you're a local from Morocco.
Absolutely. I migrated here in 2000. I went to Myrtle Beach High School, did 4 years in Myrtle Beach High School, graduated from there, moved to Cincinnati for a little bit, doing college. After 3 years, I moved back here to South Carolina and I pursued a career in cooking.
But you studied civil engineering. How'd you get into this?
Throughout high school and college, this was kind of an outlet and found a job, and kind of keep up with growing and whatnot. And after so many years throughout college, I realized that I really have a passion for it, and this is what I really would like to do. So I kind of switched career almost at the end, and now, I'm very happy to be chef. Absolutely.
So tell everybody where you're located, because I went to the golf course clubhouse, and that was wrong.
Yeah, we are a separate entity than the golf club. We're located at Legend Golf Course. As soon as you reach the clubhouse, you make the first right, and about 500 feet later, we are located to the left. We are called the Ailsa Pub, Scottish Pub and Restaurant.
Now wait a minute, Scottish pub, Moroccan chef. This might be the only one like it in the country. Probably.
Initially, we are a Scottish pub. We do a lot of Scottish food, fish and chips, a lot of roasts, a lot of Scottish traditions. But we add a little bit of flair to it, a little bit of fusion, a little bit of Southern heritage as well. We are here in South Carolina, so we try to stay, keep up with with the heritage, and also provide our guests with a different experience, with the kind of an authentic pub experience whenever they wish to.
Charif, before we get into you preparing some things for us, I want people to know that as a result of him being around town for a long time, he spent at some mighty great places prior to being at the Ailsa Pub and Restaurant.
Absolutely. I kind of grew up here. I'm a local, graduate from Myrtle Beach High School. So I kind of worked around the beach for a little bit. I worked at Sea Captain House. I worked at Carolina Seafood and Steak. I worked at La Festa Restaurant, Italian restaurant. Spent the last 7 years here, and can I enjoy it?
It's just a fun place with delicious food. Now let's get into this appetizer.
All right.
We just saw you in the kitchen preparing what?
So this appetizer here, it's our daily specials. We kind of change them every day depending on what we have fresh in season. This is a little indulgence of an appetizer. This is a pan-seared foie gras. We're going to serve it with macadamia nuts, South Carolina grilled peaches, and a sauce that's made from honey, blueberry, and cognac.
Well, as we can see, you kind of set it on fire on purpose.
Absolutely.
In the kitchen, and that gives it a nice crispness. And then let's see what you're going to do with it and how you plate it up.
All right. Awesome. Wonderful. So we start with our Carolina peaches. We try to find the best peaches we can, as ripe as they can, in season, whenever we can get them. Sometimes we make preserves out of them when we can get an abundance of them in season. Sometimes we just use them as they come, but we try to focus on providing, fresh product, locally sourced and kind of sustainable as much as possible. So we have a grilled peaches, foie gras. Foie gras is goose liver. From the sound of it, it sounds like it's something will be very gamey or strong or not, but it is not. It's such a delicate and such a fine product that you would really enjoy it.
Well, let's see how you top this off with some blueberry sauce. Yum. And the macadamia nuts together with the peaches. This is a great appetizer. And frankly, it's filling enough to be an entree. Now, I love the way you've added a lot of Southern flair, including little edible flowers. Look at this. So you've got a pub here that's very casual, but I would say the food is elegant. I had short ribs, and I'm telling you, they were out of this world.
Thank you. Yeah, we try to make our food kind of the star of the show. We know our guests, have fun all day. They're on the golf course. They're enjoying themselves. They're having a few drinks and a few cocktails. And whenever they come and see us, we try to provide them with a really good experience to make them enjoy the rest of their day and spend, a very nice time.
You told me that you serve a lot of fish, but you like serving local fish, and here we have flounder.
Yes,
Tell me
ma'am.
what we did in the kitchen.
So this is a pan-seared flounder with brown butter, a little bit of thyme, lemon thyme, and just seasoned very lightly with salt and pepper. We're gonna add some condiments to it and plate it up. This is a South Carolina product. It's a fish, flounder from our shores.
Go ahead and show me your artistry as I tell everyone that, as you will see here on the cover of their menu, Golf Digest named them one of the top 50 best 19th holes, and that of course refers to the restaurant. So you need to try this place. And are you open 7 days a week?
Yes, ma'am. We are open 7 days a week. We are open to the public.
You go ahead. I'm going to read just some of the menu here. I want everyone to know that there's blackened chicken and a bacon pasta, low country shrimp and sausage jambalaya, Guinness roast, which everyone was raving about the night I was here, shrimp and grits, Atlantic salmon, airline chicken, a partridge in a pear tree. They've got just about anything you want. But look at how pretty that is.
This is a heirloom carrot relish that we make here. We source our carrots from some of our local farms and purveyors.
And I heard you had a garden.
Yes, ma'am. We do have a 3-acre garden that we utilize. We plant from everything from zucchini, squash, tomatoes, peppers to peaches and blueberries. Actually, those blueberries in the other dish, they came from our own garden.
You go ahead. I want to see you finish this up artistically. Okra.
This is local grilled okra, and we just finished it off with a little bit of olive oil, salt and pepper and dill. This here is our flounder, topped with the carrot relish.
And this looks like, gosh, it looks like some sort of honey puffs with, I don't know.
This is an heirloom tomato. We steam it, and we also deep fry it just for a flash fry, just to make the skin crispy, so you can enjoy the tomato that is soft and juicy, and also
It's
a crispy skin.
beautiful.
Thank you.
Looks like a dessert. And how about this?
These are pickled draft peppers, and they're sweet and also have a little bit acidity and from the pickling, and the acidity can make it more inviting to come back and eat the fish, and invite you to come back more to the plate. It's a real nice dish, refreshing for the summer, something that's very light and refreshing. And we just finish it off in the end with a little bit of vinaigrette, and this vinaigrette is made from olive oil, garlic, and dill.
That looks absolutely beautiful. Bon appetit. Let's
Bon
eat it
appetit.
up. But before we do, in our last 30 seconds, desserts.
We provide a variety of desserts. Our most selling dessert is we have a chocolate brownie, and with a turtle chocolate brownie with caramel and peanuts, and also we use roasted spicy walnuts in it. And we have a triple mousse cake, and we have an apple tart that we make here in home, and a lot of people, love it with ice cream, a lot more than everybody's kind of enjoying it. And
All right, I'm already gaining weight just listening to him. This is Charif. You need to come visit him at the Ailsa Pub and Restaurant. Head to the Legends Golf Course, make a right, and he's in the housing development. You don't want to miss a scrumptious meal like this. Charif, thank you, my friend. I will be back.
Thank you so much.
If you like basketball, you'll love what's coming up next on Inside Out.
No matter where the day takes me, HTC provides the high-speed internet services I need. HTC delivers faster speeds, 24/7 local tech support, and free in-home Wi-Fi right here to Horry and Georgetown counties. As trusted community members serving up world-class internet service, I know HTC will keep my family connected to what matters most. Because you are here, and so are we.
High-speed internet starting at 100 megabits per second. Call today.
HTC. This is life. Connect with it.
This segment of HTC Inside Out is presented by the McGuire Law Firm. Be kind today and tomorrow.
Welcome to the Mary Canty Recreation Center in Myrtle Beach. We're here to talk about a wonderful nonprofit organization that's been in existence for about 10 years under this man's auspices. This is Coach Roberts, Coach Larry Roberts. Everyone knows him and loves him. He's doing great things with kids in the way of basketball. So why did you start Confidence Cougers many years ago?
We started Confidence Cougars a while back, probably 10 years now, with the emphasis on letting every kid play. All the coaches that coach with me and involved with our organization hated cutting kids. That was the biggest problem. You only had 15 uniforms. You had to fit 15 kids. At one point in Conway, when I was coaching there, we had 100 kids try out my first day for 15 uniforms. So we decided to start our own organization and let every kid play, no matter how old they are, boy, girl, black, white, Chinese, it didn't matter.
Before we talk about the organization itself and your mission, I want to know a little bit about your background, because I heard you actually played for Coastal many moons ago.
Yeah, I played for Coastal by way of a few schools out in Kansas, but I made my way out here, found a home, graduated, met my wife, had some kids, and decided to stay.
So many parents tell me, Coach, that you're such an inspiration to kids, that many of the kids come into your program because they want to do better and they want to play on a team in the future. But some kids just want to play basketball.
Yeah, when we first started 10 years ago, it started with us just training a couple of kids, 2 or 3 kids. And a lot of kids would come in and like, well, I'm trying to play on the high school team and I want to make the team. And there was a few kids that said, I just want to be good enough to play pickup ball in my neighborhood. So, that kind of stuck with us, and we said, we'll just let everybody play and teach everybody the same thing and see what happens. If you progress good enough so you can play on the school team, so be it. If not, you're a pickup ball champion.
Before we started this interview, we had the girls here playing and shooting, and they were amazing. And I know you want to brag on them because just a couple of weeks ago, you came back with a big win.
Very end of June, our girls rebounded in the NTBA Nationals and pulled away with a national championship under Coach Destiny Eagles.
I got chills because we really haven't heard much about that, and it should be all over every media.
Yeah,
so proud of these girls.
The tournament was held here in Myrtle Beach, and we're a local team right here out of Myrtle Beach. And we had done something that has never been done before here. So it's a great job by them because they didn't start off great, but they banded together and finished strong.
When parents were telling me about you and this organization, they told me about the No Cut League, which is kind of another nonprofit underneath it's kind of like the Confidence Cougars is the umbrella,
right?
And then you've got other
Well,
teams.
we wanted to be able to facilitate something for every person, every age, every level of basketball. Give them opportunity, if it's just beginners all the way up to the expert league. And No Cut started because we hated cutting kids. So that's why we started our own organization. And we went around and got every kid, hey, if you got cut, come to us. We'll train you for a day and we'll play games on Saturday. I gave grandma, mom, and dad the opportunity to come out and take pictures. We gave them uniforms. So it gave them the basketball experience. And probably about 70% of the kids the next year made the team.
I know you've got some sponsors, but you're in desperate need of more sponsors because let's face it, Coach, when you go to compete, there's a lot of cost involved.
Yeah, hotel rooms, rental vans, that kind of stuff adds up. And we want to try to make it cost efficient for every kid. We're not like, Nike sponsored or Adidas sponsored. We're raising the money on our own. Most of the kids have a set fee they have to pay just so we're able to play. But like with gym rentals, rental cars, insurance, just being able to just buy kids food here and there, it does get costly.
So if a sponsor came in, they could sponsor anything from uniforms to bus trips to whatever.
Whatever they want. If they sponsor us, platinum, we put them on their website, we give them advertisement, we'll put them on their uniforms. We'll flash their logos wherever they need be. It's whatever they want to do to help us out, we'll accept it. Whether it be they buy socks or bags or just donate a couple $100 for food when we take one of our trips.
I know too that you need volunteers, and I want you to mention some of the things that volunteers could do.
Well, I mean, just we could use volunteers at practice to help pass the ball. If they want to, have some younger guys involved in learning how to become a coach. This is a way they can come out and participate with kids and see if that's something they really want to do. But more or less, it's just out there helping us, maintain and give the kids the best experience they could get as far as basketball is concerned.
I understand there's really not a lot of female basketball opportunities in our community.
No, not at all. Well, now it's starting to grow a little more.
It's better.
Yeah, it's a little better. 10 years ago, my daughter started playing, and we couldn't find a team for her. And we ended up getting with a team out of Columbia, and then they kind of fizzled away, and we decided to start doing girls travel basketball here in Myrtle Beach with girls from our county, which from Conway, North Myrtle Beach, Socastee area. And in our first year, we went to the finals of the Deep South tournament, which is in Raleigh, North Carolina, and it's a national tournament, teams from all over the country. Even Venezuela and Puerto Rico had some teams filled in that year. And we went to the finals. We didn't win the championship. We came out second in our first year. And that showed people the amount of talent that we had in Myrtle Beach that everybody was overlooking.
So, Coach, the girls won. We're really proud of them. But let's brag on the boys because you've got some pretty good players.
Yeah, we have some pretty good players over the last couple of years on the boys' side. Very excited about this year's team because we have a loaded middle school team this year. I'm excited. A couple of new players come in. We got some size and quickness. My older team, my 12th grade boys team, we're excited about them too. They have a range of 10th graders, 11th grade, 12th graders coming in that should show us some flexibility. We have good size. I'm very excited about the boys team.
So tell me about how you came up with this name.
All through my career or my playing career growing up, you always hear the saying, basketball is 90% mental. It's about your confidence, your attitude, and what do you have inside that, it's not as fast as you could run, how high you could jump. It's not the physical part, it's more of a mental part. It's a thinking game. So your confidence starts on with believing in yourself and what you can do, and then it steps into believing in your team and what we can do. And it registers in W's once you believe in yourself and have some confidence in yourself and in your team.
It goes way past basketball.
Definitely.
How about your other jobs? Because I heard that you've got like 3 other jobs in addition to handling this nonprofit and keeping the kids busy.
Well, when we first started, I was teaching school, and I realized that, hey, this thing's gonna need some money. We don't have a lot of sponsors. So I started working a couple other jobs. One of them, I work at a hotel as a valet, and then I started coaching at another school at Low Country Prep as the head boys and girls and middle school coach.
And aren't you at Forest Brook too?
Yeah, I teach school at Forest Brook Middle School. Yes, I do.
Wow. So when do you sleep?
Between 11 and 6 a.m.
Amazing, amazing, Coach.
Sure.
And my final question is for you to brag a little, because you told me that there's nothing more rewarding to you, so to speak, than to find out that one of your kids has won a scholarship to college.
Yeah, that's a big deal. When we first started out, we had a 16-year-old group of kids, but I knew most of the girls since they were 6 and 7 years old. And our first girl to receive a scholarship was Kira Bell, and I had been training her in basketball since she was in 6th grade. And to get that phone call from her that morning and say, hey, coach, I just got offered a full scholarship to play Division I basketball, I got chills and it teared me up because I've seen her every day, what it took to work and get up and do the things it takes to get that scholarship. And since her, we had 8 more players in our organization over the 10 years, this year being 10, that have received full scholarships.
That is so incredible. The kids, the other coaches involved who are here with us, we thank you for all you're doing for basketball in our community. And if you would like to help Coach Roberts make the program even better, Confidence Cougars needs you. Whether you want to volunteer or become a sponsor, there's the information. Reach out and help, and you'll probably gain a lot more than even the kids will gain just from being involved with this organization. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Pawleys Island singer and songwriter Will Ness entertains us right after this break.
The bedrock principle that drives our law firm is our unyielding dedication to working for the best interests of our clients.
The whole staff of the firm were very welcoming and nurturing to us. Everyone in the family was cared for.
This firm has made us feel so welcome and comforted, stepping us through and making us feel like family.
We will take care of you and make sure that you're treated fairly and treated properly.
In case you missed the millions of starfish that washed up on Garden City Beach last month, don't worry about it, 'cause we were there. Joining me now here on Inside Out is Will Ness. But before we talk with him, I want you to hear him. He was actually raised in Georgetown, lived in Pawleys Island, went to Coastal Carolina University. He's one of us, and you're going to love this song, Kick Back.
Working 9 to 5, haven't really had much time. But slow down, take it easy, gotta get a break from life. I've been thinking about a sunny place with 10 lines of tequila wait for you. Yes, they do here. Come on, girl, let's skip this town and drive till we see that ocean line. Wishing I was living like a hippie gypsy, taking trips round the sun, throwing lines in California, out with the Bonita Fish Run. Can't you feel that ocean breeze, girl? Take you right on the beach, you do. I can see it too. Come on, girl, let's leave right now. Talk is cheap and I'm ready to bounce. So kick back and get back to the good times we used to know. Let's pack and take that Silverado right down the coast. Baby, we can go anywhere, doing anything you want to do. So kick back and get back to me and you. Yeah, yeah. There's a catamaran waiting on us. The captain is a little bit drunk. Got to live your best life, spark a light and raise your cup now. Hit a party down on the pier. Take a shot at that Bacardi clear and do what you came to do, yeah. Come on, girl, 'cause it's that time for high tides and good vibes. So kick back and get back to the good times we used to know. Let's pack and take that Silverado right down the coast. Baby, we can go anywhere, doing anything you want to do. So kick back and get back to me and you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, 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 oh. We all want what we ain't got. But baby, all I want is you. Big old yacht so we can kick back and get back to the good times we used to know. Let's pack and take that Silverado right down the coast. Baby, we can go anywhere, doing anything you want to do. So kick back and get back, come on, kick back and get back to me and you. Yeah, yeah.
Will and I are social distancing, and we're here at Trevinia Restaurant at the Market Common, where Will entertains every Wednesday night. And isn't he great? But Will, the greatest thing about you is that you write these songs as well as sing them. Tell me about Kickback.
Kickback is a nice little summer tune that I wrote last summer with my friends Rory John Zach and Ronnie Coco, who are also very talented singer-songwriters in the Myrtle Beach area. And I'm working on it right now at my home studio for release in the next couple of months, hopefully. So I'm very excited about it, and I'm very proud of the song.
I know you left once, went to Nashville, but you came back. But a little birdie told me you're wanting to go back to Nashville, too.
Yeah, I mean, I love Nashville. I was in Nashville in 2014 for a little while at Belmont University doing some songwriting stuff. And then I came back, went to Coastal, graduated from CCU just last year. I've been gigging in the area ever since, writing songs with my friends here, working on music for a few years now. And I think I'm ready to potentially go back. I'm really looking forward to the next chapter. I'm not exactly sure what it holds, but I think Nashville could be the place.
Sounds super.
Yeah.
I always admire what you do in town, though. You do some church music. You work with a band.
Yeah.
I mean, everything about you is music.
Yeah, I mean, I play the acoustic solo gigs in town. I play with my band Burnt Sienna, which is a trio with a couple of really talented guys in J.P. Taylor and Connor Mills. I also lead worship at the Church of the Resurrection, as you know, in Surfside Beach, which is a really fulfilling and wonderful gig.
So we know you entertain here on Wednesday night at Trevinia, but there's other places that you play as well.
Yeah, Diane, I play every weekend over at Coastal Dish at Litchfield Beach. Coastal Dish is the restaurant at the Litchfield Resort down by Pawleys Island. Also monthly, I'm at Island Bar Surfside and Atlas Tap House solo and with Burnt Sienna. So come see us. Yeah.
You bet. And you can check his website for where he is playing if he adds anything else to the plate. What's the next song?
The next song is a brand new tune I actually just finished writing yesterday called Those Memories.
Here it is.
Life is changing for the better, rearranging forever, but moving on can be so bittersweet. Gonna pack this old guitar, load my life up in this car, but I won't leave behind the memories of where I fell in love with someone beautiful, where those crazy Friday nights became the usual, where I wrote so many songs, stayed up all night long, drinking that good stuff from Tennessee. At least I'll always have those memories. All good things come to a close at the end of every road. Friends will always go their separate ways. So I'm off to chase a dream, confront my destiny. I know I'll often think back on the days when I fell in love with someone beautiful, when those crazy Friday nights became the usual, where I wrote so many songs and stayed up all night long, drinking that good stuff from Tennessee. At least I'll always have those memories. Where I fell in love with someone beautiful, where those crazy Friday nights became the usual, where I wrote so many songs and stayed up all night long, drinking that good stuff from Tennessee. At least I'll always have those memories. At least I'll always have those memories.
Coming up next, direct from Market Common, Tidal Creek Brewhouse.
Honey, I think I'll adjust the thermostat. It's getting a little cool.
Mom, you don't have to get up to do that. I've installed the HTC Connected Home app on your phone. See, you can adjust the temperature from anywhere. Okay, Mom, I've got to go. Thanks for house sitting. Make sure to lock the door and set the alarm.
No problem. I have everything I need right here.
HTC Self-Install Kit, $0 with 36-month monitoring commitment.
HTC, this is life. Connect with it.
Friends, we're in Market Common today, and they've got a new and exciting business, Tidal Creek Brewhouse. I want you to meet my brand new friend, Dara, who is so excited about her new adventure in Myrtle Beach. She and her husband have opened this brew house, and it's already gone gangbusters.
It sure has, Diane. Thank you for coming and visiting us today.
It's a new concept for the area, and of course, we're here during morning hours, and a lot of people might think that a brew house would never be open in morning hours.
You're right. You're absolutely right. But guess what? We also roast our own beans, and we brew our own coffee here on site. So we have breakfast from 6:30 to 11 o'clock every day.
Oh, thank you, David. Oh, now the former Roasted Bean is now in here partnering with you, and everyone knows how great their coffee and smoothies have been. Their chocolate peanut butter's out of sight. So tell us more about what you do for breakfast.
So for breakfast, we actually, of course, I just told you a little bit about the coffee and the background on the coffee, but we also are known for our egg sandwiches now. So you basically build your own sandwich. It's a basic egg sandwich. You pick your bread, you pick your cheese, you pick your protein on it, and any extra add-ons like the lettuce, tomato, avocados, whatever you want, we build it for you.
And then what's over here?
So over here we have a plain bagel, and we also have our pulled pork bacon, which we are now known for. People come especially for that bacon now.
I've never heard of pulled pork bacon, so it's not strips, it's more just like barbecue.
You are correct, absolutely. But you will become addicted after one bite. And we do have that now on every single one of our menus, our breakfast, our lunch, and our shareable menu.
Well, when I was walking in, that must be what the people on the patio were telling me to order. Everybody said that's what we need to get.
Well, good. Well, I'm glad you got it here today.
So when people come in, they get coffee and smoothies and all sorts of delicious nutritional drinks as well, and breakfast items to suit themselves.
Absolutely.
And then when do you change over?
So breakfast ends at 11 o'clock, and we give our kitchen a little bit of a break because we're not a full-service restaurant, so we are only just here to support the front of house. So we start our lunch at 11:30 to 2:30, which it's a very light lunch menu. We do soup, salads, and sandwiches, or any combo of the three.
And then, of course, the brew house gets exciting in the evening. Tell us more about that, because it's all new to us.
It is all new. So the brew house, we obviously brew our own beer in-house. We do have 20 taps here, so eventually all 20 of our taps will have 20 different styles of beer here at Tidal Creek Brewhouse. And we have a 10-barrel steam system with our brewmaster, Patrick Gibson, leading us every day.
So I'm not much into beer. What are you finding people are asking for the most?
People are asking for a lot of different varieties, and we soon will be able to offer all of those varieties, but some of them are seasonal. The porters and the stouts are a little heavier, so, we'll offer those in the fall and the winter. But right now, our breezy blonde ale happens to be our leader, and people are ordering that, 16 ounces at a time.
Breezy blonde. I like that. That sounds very beachy.
You are a breezy blonde.
Well, I'm very breezy, that's for sure. And not always blonde, so you just never know. And then in looking at your evening menu, oh my goodness. Now we want to remind everyone this isn't dinner, it's more of appetizer kind of food.
Correct. That's correct. So in the evening, it is not dinner. You are not going to, have a hostess taking a reservation, giving you a table, servers coming to you and giving you a menu, taking your order. This is self-service. You do come to one of our order here stations, and where one of our bartenders or baristas will meet you and take your order. They will send it back to the kitchen. In the meantime, they will make your coffee in the morning, your beer in the afternoon. We're also going to have a full bar.
I see here from the menu, Dara, chicken and waffles, sticks and dips, pork belly skewers, yummy, Krabby Taters BLT platter, riblets. I mean, you'll fill up here.
You certainly can. It's a very low country-esque menu. Very simple, very basic. This is not a meal, but right now this is just something to accompany your beer.
Dara, the lunch menu has all kinds of wraps though, salads, soup, combos.
Yep.
And so there's no doubt people can fill up, but as you said, they need to understand this is a new concept.
That's correct.
Tell me about your food trucks.
So we currently have reached out to several food trucks in the area. We have Renko that will be here regularly on Friday evenings. Benito's is going to be here on Saturdays. We have Easy Cheesy that has decided to help us out as substitute if somebody has to back out. We also have Brazuca Bowls that'll be here every Saturday morning.
Say that again?
Brazuca Bowls.
What is that?
It's an acai bowl.
Oh my goodness.
So they'll be here every other Saturday morning.
I saw the beautiful patio too, Dara. That makes for great outside dining.
Absolutely. We have two patios actually. We have one along the Johnson Avenue and one in the back area. It's providing a lot of space to be socially distant for our customers, so they don't feel like they have to be inside. So a lot of people have been taking advantage of that. The back patio is covered with an awning, so it provides great shade for everybody. The evening, that's actually the place that everybody goes and shelters.
I also heard that there's great plans for, maybe we should say, Zone B.
Phase 2, phase 2,
two.
phase 3, who knows how many phases we'll have. But absolutely, we have a field on the other side of our parking lot We have already gone to the city to receive approval on that. We're going to build a beer garden out there, maybe a few small fire pits, a couple of gazebos to provide shade, and we also will put in a dog run because we are a dog-friendly environment.
Oh, I love that. I know you're kid-friendly. I see the little kids play area over here.
We have a little kids corner, so that comes a little bit from my education background. I thought it was important for parents to have someplace safe for their children to hang out while they're here enjoying some of our beers.
And obviously, in wrapping up, when people come here, they want to pick up some Tidal Creek Brewhouse memorabilia.
Absolutely.
And merchandise.
Yes, we have a lot of swag. Swag is the thing. That's pretty much my full-time job these days.
You're the swag queen.
I am the swag queen. Yep. We have a huge array. We have coffee cups because we have the roasted bean in-house. We also have our pint glasses. We have our silly pints that were available. Shirts, hats, koozies, just a little bit of everything. We're also doing candles in both our coffee cup and our beer glass. We're working with Southern Candles on that. And we have a little bit of everything for everybody, including our dogs, our children, and our golfers.
Certainly making Market Common just a little bit better all the time. This is Tidal Creek Brewhouse. You're going to love it. And when you come in, be sure to tell Dara that you saw her here on Inside Out. Thank you, Dara.
Thank you, Diane.
Let's toast.
Cheers to you.
Best wishes,
Thank
dear.
you.
Next up, Fred Richardson from Strand Water and Sewer Authority.
As fellow community members, HTC believes in helping friends and neighbors protect what matters most. With integrated home technology, I can control my home and security system from my smartphone. HTC Security makes my job easier and keeps my world running smoothly. No matter where the day takes me, HTC brings reliable, world-class security right here to Horry and Georgetown counties because you are here, and so are we.
Upgrade your security with a video doorbell from HTC.
HTC. This is life. Connect with it.
This segment of Inside Out is brought to you by Magnolia's at 26th for good old-fashioned Southern comfort food, where Mama eats.
So did you ever wonder where your water comes from? Okay, yes, Strand Water and Sewer. But let's learn a little bit about this company because for 70 years and up, they have been working hard for our community. Meet Fred Richardson. And Fred, you are the CEO?
The CEO, Strand Water and Sewer Authority.
And you've spent most of your career here. Tell me about that.
Well, I have. I finished Clemson a long time ago, and I started working at DHEC in Columbia. I was there 4 or 5 years, and I got some additional education, and I went into the chemical business. I worked for BASF in Anderson for 5 years. But I grew up in Horry County. I was born and raised and went to Ainer High School. So to get back to Horry County, I took a job with Wellman Industries over in Florence. And then it was, I think, in 1983, they had a position open. Doug Wendell was the CEO at that time, of engineering manager. So I applied for it and I got the job. That was 1983. I think he stayed on about another 9 years. And then 1993, I think, he left and went to work for Burson Chapin, and I was promoted to his job as the Chief Executive Officer.
Tell me about the mission of Strand Water and Sewer.
Well, it was created with a very limited mission. This was back in the very early 70s, and it was created to provide water and sewer to the economically developing area outside the cities, which was outside primarily the Myrtle Beach area. So our mission is in terms of a governmental service, unlike the counties or the cities, ours is very focused. Ours is strictly on providing water and sewer service.
Tell me who you service. Now, of course, HTC services Horry and Georgetown counties, but I know you go beyond that.
We do, and again, we've changed over time. The original legislation was a very narrow area between the intercoastal waterway and the ocean for those areas outside the municipalities, which wasn't a big area. Myrtle Beach and North Myrtle Beach and Surfside covers most of that area, so we had a very limited area. But we did so well that the area was later expanded back to the Waccamaw River This was like in the mid 70s. And then in the late 80s, it was expanded to cover all of Horry County. So it's kind of evolved over time. And then since that time, we've expanded to serve some areas in Marion County, the city of Marion, the city of Mullins, the small town of Sellers, the town of Nichols, and we provide service to a small area in Columbus County in North Carolina. And we also provide service to the very upper end of Georgetown County, the Murrells Inlet area and the Garden City Point area, through a wholesale contract with Georgetown County Water and Sewer District.
So would you say you're still growing, or is this it?
Oh no, we're growing both organically, and by that I mean through our normal customer base, and from time to time we're acquiring others. I think when I began here, we had between 5,000 and 6,000 customers, and now we have over 100,000 customers.
How about the future? What are some of the issues facing us with water and treatment and all of those things? You know, what are we looking at?
Well, on the positive side, we are blessed to be at the bottom of the watershed. So we have a lot of big rivers coming into Horry County. The Waccamaw River, the Little PD River, and the Great PD River.
And maybe too much water at times.
And too much water at times. So we have plenty of water. But the challenge is, because we have to treat the water, and we have to treat that water and deliver it. So to keep up with growth, we're in a constant mode of expansion. We have to keep expanding our plants, expanding our pipelines. So that's the biggest challenge for us, is stay one step ahead of growth. We don't want to get too far ahead, because if we do, we have so much capacity that's not being used. So we're just trying to get it just in time to meet the demands of the growing customer base.
I think it's really great for people to go to your website, because Fred, after looking at some of the issues to do this interview, I saw that you have a lot of great customer service advice.
We do. We try to keep our customers advised about things about water conservation, which is important to keep your bills down and keep us from continually expanding more than we have to. We provide advice on how to handle the water during hurricanes. The website, we also have a turf farm that we sell turf products, and we have the service line maintenance program where we maintain customer service line up to the house. So we have a very good website explaining what the programs are and how customers can contact Grand Strand Water and Sewer Authority, and how we're here to help them.
Another thing I was really impressed with in looking at your website was the fact that if somebody gets a bill that is like, oh my goodness, what happened this month? It's like 3 times what it normally is. We must have a leak.
Right.
Tell us about that.
Well, leaks can really increase your water bill, particularly a hanging toilet. Not so much a dripping toilet. That'll creep up over time too, but a hanging toilet. Let's say we have an upstairs room that you don't go to the bathroom maybe that much. Someone goes up there and flushes it, and the toilet sticks. And if you run that for a month before you catch it, that's a lot of water use. But if you could call here, we'll do the best we can to adjust that cost, particularly some of the usage, the excess usage from it. So.
Yeah, and I saw on your site that if you have a plumbing bill as a result of a leak, it's important to have a copy of that when you come to the office, and you all will work with the people in some way.
Right, we have to have some sort of verification that the leak did indeed occur. So that's the idea of keeping your plumbing receipts. And yes, we'll get those, and we'll take those into account and try to do the best we can for the customers.
I know this season people are watering their lawns, and there's no doubt that if someone's just moved here and they take a look at that bill for the first time, they're like, well, how did this happen? I would guess this is the season where you get the most calls.
It is. Irrigation is a really high consumer of water. Most of the new developments, the developments in the new communities with HOAs, and the HOAs require an in-ground irrigation system. And you'd be surprised at the amount of water the irrigation system uses. They can actually use 3 or 4 more times the amount of water that you would typically see for household usage. And obviously that occurs in the summertime when it's hot and dry and the grass needs water.
So just beware, maybe water your lawn a little bit less.
I would. I mean, you have to balance the act of how much you like a green grass versus how much you like green money. So I would say that everybody take into consideration and make their own decisions about that.
Absolutely. So let me ask you one more thing. What about the future? What are we looking at? What are some of the plans?
Well, one thing we can do about the future is we have to keep expanding the water and sewer plants. Every 4,000 customers uses about 1 million gallons a day. So we're just expanding a new wastewater treatment plant in Long's community now, and that's about 3 million gallons a day. So that's going to accommodate 12,000 customers. But we're growing between 3,000 and 4,000 customers a year. So that's only 3 or 4 years worth of growth. So when we're 2 or 3 more years out, we're going to have to expand another plant. We're in a constant state of expanding the plant and pipelines to get the water and sewer to all these developing areas that we out there. Now we support growth and we want to be one step ahead of the growth, but that's our biggest challenge, keeping the water plants, the sewer plants, and all those pipelines out there at sufficient capacity to handle all the growth that's coming into Horry County.
And you can tell that Fred Richardson's the right man for the job. Thank you so much, Fred, for being with us. I've wanted to interview you for a long time. Glad we made it happen.
Well, thank you for having me on the show.
You bet. There's great news from the Loris Historical Society, so don't go away. Proper serving, proper distancing. We're into safety at Magnolia's. Our staff now plates your food with all your favorite choices from the buffet, salad bar, and dessert bar, and it's still all you can eat. There's also breakfast, evening, and an expanded Sunday buffet. Mama says she can't cook it that cheap. Plus, the kids will love the yummy ice cream machine. Magnolia's, good old Southern comfort food. It's where Mama eats. Help for Kids and Backpack Buddies need our support more than ever before. They are feeding hundreds of families throughout our community during this difficult time, not just kids. And so if you can make a donation or prefer to drop off some food items, they will be forever grateful. This is an all-volunteer organization, one of the best in our area. Please help them to help our neighbors. Help for Kids and Backpack Buddies, 2523 Forest Brook Road in Myrtle Beach. Welcome to Loris. We're on Main Street, where this shell of a building will probably within a year become a fabulous museum for Loris. I want you to meet the president of the Loris Historical Society. That's not hysterical, it's historical, right?
Absolutely.
This is James Edwards, and everyone here knows James because you're a realtor, an appraiser, a land developer. What else?
I work with my church, and I work with different other organizations, help raise funds for the community through Loris Athletic Department and all kinds of things. So
after talking with him, I realized he probably spends full time volunteering and part-time working.
That's about right. That's about right.
James, but I appreciate what you're doing for this building. So tell us what this used to be.
It used to be a theater, and it was called the State. I think it was originally constructed in 1937 and opened up in that year, and it's been a place of entertainment and drawing people to downtown for years and years. And I think it closed early in the mid-70s, I believe it was, and it had become a dime store. I think it was Henry's at one time, and then it became a health store, and a realtor had it and had his real estate office in it as well. And almost a year ago to the day, the Loris Historical Society purchased the building for $70,000, and we began demolition and renovation to the structure. And we've had quite a bit of learning curve to go through, and fundraising, and getting it to where you see it as we speak. And we're here to solicit even more funds to be able to complete the project.
So obviously you're recruiting sponsors who can come in at different levels and get different varieties of publicity as a result of becoming a partner.
That's correct. We have different levels of sponsorship, from our patron sponsorship at $250, our bronze at $500, our silver at $1,000, our gold at $2,500, our diamond sponsorship at $5,000, and then we have a platinum sponsorship at $10,000.
You told me, James, that you were really thrilled that the county's already come on board in a nice way.
They did. Our Paul Prince was generous enough to get some of his community funds to us, and that was our first platinum sponsor. So we're pleased that he got those funds for us, and we're trying to stretch them as far as possible, and we're thrilled that we had the possibility of maybe some more coming, and we're, like I said, we're looking for as many donors and as much participation as we can get. We think we have somewhere in the neighborhood of maybe another $100,000 to raise to complete this project, and so we're looking for any and everybody to just step up and help us with it.
I would guess that everyone on Main Street should be incredibly excited about it, because this will bring people to Main Street in a big way, not just to the Loris Museum, but you told me that you hope to have events here, like a catering facility.
That's right. We hope that we can have business meetings and presentations. We hope we can have even baby showers and club meetings, civic club meetings, maybe some of the city events, even wedding rehearsal dinners and wedding receptions, even such as having even some movie shows again here from time to time, even maybe a nostalgic night, occasionally, that we can show some theater here as well and have some craft events. And then we hope to integrate it with the Chamber of Commerce and let them use the facility as well for their special events as well.
When will you actually start collecting memorabilia? Because I know there's a lot of people out there with stuff in their closets and their attics that they probably would love to donate to this project.
We hope that we can actually start upfitting the museum portion of it maybe around the fall of next year in 2021. Our goal is to start using it probably partially completed this fall, and then hopefully we'll get everything completed over the next year and move forward into just using it full time from there.
Do you have any membership opportunities at this time to help the Treasury?
Yes, we do. Individually, people can join our Historical Society for $50. They can join as a business for $100. And then we're also doing fundraising via pavers that we're going to put in the foyer area of the building as you enter, and those are $100 each. And so just come be a part. Come and join us in our effort to rejuvenate and regentrify the downtown area and make it a place that we can all enjoy and be proud of.
Well, I definitely want to come back and do a little segment here when you get open. It's really exciting for Loris, and thank you for sharing the information with us, James, and thanks for your volunteer time. And by the way, we want to thank Samantha too. She is the treasurer, and her number's on the screen. If you have any questions or you'd like to volunteer, call Samantha. She'll be waiting for you, and so will James. Thanks, James.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us this month for Inside Out. And if you had fun, join us again next month, because we're going to do it all over again. As the song says, see you in September.
Inside Out is presented by HTC. This is Life. Connect with it. And Magnolia's at 26th for good old-fashioned Southern comfort food where Mama eats. Along with the McGuire Law Firm. Be kind today and tomorrow.